Welcome to Lunch Break. We get an hour lunch, so we're spending 15 minutes of it each day to talk about whatever. So, let's begin the week.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's
It's
Monday.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
It's kind of Monday. We didn't go to work Monday.
Yeah, it's our Monday, but it's technically Tuesday.
Right. Yeah.
We had a very, very long vacation weekend that was very busy.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do anything important at all, except obviously we went to that wedding. We did the whole thing, but outside of that, I did nothing. I just kind of I have like physical therapy tomorrow, and then like last week I was told to do like a whole set of new stuff, and I don't think I did it once because we were just doing stuff all weekend. Like, I don't know. I don't think I did any of it. So that sucks.
The wedding was really fun though.
Yeah, it was cool. It was pretty sweet.
We were like one of the groomsmen, so we got to stand up by the wedding people and look at them and wave at the crowd and stuff.
The wedding people.
I don't know what the wedding people are called. The
wedded.
groomsmen and the bride and the groom.
Yar.
We I teared up a little whenever they were giving the vows. I didn't expect that. It was very beautiful.
They were up there being all sad or happy, sad, whatever you call that. Shappy.
Shappy.
I don't know. Freaking Expeditionary Force has been awesome, and that has been my brain all day. I'm on book 7.5, which is like
Homefront.
It's like what do you call like an audiobook movie where it's like there's like a bunch of different voice actors.
An audio drama?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But like I guess that's what you'd call it. But yeah, it's like one of those. That whole thing's just fan service. I've actually already finished it. I have the last 20 minutes of it to finish, and then I'll be on to the 8th book. But it was cool. It was, like I said, it was like fan service. It's not like bad fan service, but just like it's just like fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, woo, this is fun. It's cool, and I enjoyed it.
I flew through book 4, which was Black Ops, where they go to that Kristang planet with like a billion Kristangs in this like giant futuristic city, and they do a bunch of terrorism and stuff. That was really fun. And a couple days ago, I started. I think it's book 5, final hour or 0 hour. Whenever Skippy's having his whole "I've got a worm in me" meltdown, and he's like building a wall to keep the worm out, but it's slowly breaking down the wall. I'm like halfway through the book. I'm at the bit where they do a jump through a black hole and time travel a little bit, and then go to that elder world where the elders like mess up their ship. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that book is crazy and like pretty fun. Very tense though, that one.
Yeah, they've been like they're talking about how like our plan B is our plan A, but at this point they're on like it's like an Excel sheet. Whenever you get to the end of the Excel sheet, and it goes like from Z to AA. Right. So now they're on like plan ZZ or something.
Right. Yeah. The Homefront, the audio drama, it's like cool, but it does the thing that I feel like every audio drama does, where voice actors are just hit and miss. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like it clearly, like there are moments where like someone will be talking or say a line and you're like, that was definitely not supposed to be read like that. You know what I mean?
They were just like going through the lines.
Yeah, like I have an example. I could play it.
Assuming they do, what would be the plan?
Protection or extraction or both?
If it's the latter, and if things go wrong after that...
Yes. How will UNEF know where to find us? Shit.
F-38s carry popular
This house is full of demons.
Right.
Ouch.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's
Who
weird.
is that even talking?
I don't remember. But like they do this thing where they don't quite like whoever's doing the actual recording didn't give direction to or like motivation or like what the hell is going on. Like it wasn't, apparently they just weren't given context.
Yeah.
And somehow like they just didn't read it correctly. like I imagine a lot of the time when you're making something like this, you're just sending it off to the voice actors, and then they're just reading it themselves, isolated, like in their own environments, which is not good. Like, I don't know. It feels like if you're going to do something like this, it feels like nobody ever really takes it serious. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing voice acting, you have to put it. It requires just as much effort as actual acting. You know what I mean? In fact, in real life, you should be acting. You shouldn't just be standing there, saying the voice line like it's a voice line. You got to say it. You got to be that person in that moment. And it feels like a lot of I don't know. It seems like people treat it like you can get away with more, but you can't. You can't just like do it willy-nilly. It can't be like, oh, it's just audio. It's not just audio. It's still acting. It's just as much acting as anything else.
It reminds me of the people who would do voice acting for 3D characters or 2D characters on a TV show.
Right. Or like overdubs or whatever, like dubs and stuff. Where it's like you gotta, I don't know. There's just this weird thing where people seem to think that you can get away with kind of being lazy or just reading lines and voice acting and have it be okay, but you can't. You
watch any documentary whenever they're talking about voice actors, and they're never just standing there reading their lines. They're getting into it.
Right. You got to play the part. You can tell when somebody's just reading from a piece of paper, and it feels super awkward.
I have to get to the back door somewhere. I have to find it first.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, it was cool. I haven't really listened to one that hasn't done that yet. The only others I can think of are Sandman. Which again, Sandman's cool, but it has the same problem where voice actors just kind of read things off a little bit weird, and it happens a little too often. And but for the most part, it was good. And at least with that one, it was all of the voice actors were clearly professional voice actors. They knew what they were doing.
That does help.
Right. It's just, I don't know if they were given perfect direction every single time, but they definitely knew what they were doing. But I don't know.
I guess maybe it's a little bit more difficult because with actual TV shows and stuff, typically the people are in the same room in person so they can see each other.
Right.
And, talk about the lines. I don't know how much that would go in with audiobooks.
I don't know. I mean, ideally, you'd be in a studio, face to face with the people that you're in the scene with, and you'd be essentially acting it out. If anything, that's even better if you actually act it out in the moment. They do that a lot in animation still, especially if they're doing motion cap, they'll have the voice actor or the actor do their lines as they're running through the motions. So you're getting that physical performance as well, which translates into the audio because you're actively doing something. I don't know.
I'm thinking because audiobooks and audio dramas have a smaller target audience, the studios behind it don't have enough funding for a proper studio like that.
Right. But I don't know. I wish that stuff would be taken more serious because those have so much potential. They're freaking amazing. You can do so much with that. And if anything, they can be even more immersive than a movie can because you can have things that be pretty things that would be outrageous to try to show visually can be much more vividly described auditorially,
thoroughly explored.
Right. But I don't know.
It makes me think of one of the book series I listen to a lot, Ranger's Apprentice. There's it keeps consistent voice actors through the entire series, except for one book where it becomes an audio drama. And that I don't know, the way that the people voiced all the characters, especially because I was so used to the old voice actors, it really threw me off. Some guy who's he's typically all wise and stoic and slow in the other books, and this one randomly he's oh, hello there, some I don't know, brigand on the road.
Right. Yeah, that was something that kind of happened because I think there's 4 or 5 voice actors.
Isn't there a voice actor for Skippy as well?
I think Skippy's just the normal guy. So and same goes for Joe.
That's good.
But everybody else is voiced different. I think they even made a quip in there about how Joe sounds a lot like Bishop, or sorry, that Bishop sounds a lot like Skippy.
Bishop sounds like Joe. Just keep going back and forth with this.
But yeah, like some of the obviously the guy that does. There's only one guy that does the audiobooks, and he does all the characters. And I kind of prefer his version of some of these characters compared to the voice actors that did them in some cases, but mostly just because of his skill level. Like before, where some of these people that they replaced him with, like his version of that character with, just weren't really playing the part as well as he was when he was doing it himself. But again, that's just a testament to how good of a voice actor he is. He sounds like he understands what you need to do in order to make those characters work.
Yeah, like all the voices he portrays, they have so much character to them. From from Skippy to Joe to Sarge Marge or Nagula.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I want to say that I know you haven't gotten to it, but way more than this one, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Freaking, I think his name is Jeff something like that. Jeff something.
Jeff Duncan?
No.
No.
But he's amazing. Like pretty much the best I've ever heard. In terms of having a large variety of characters, like many different characters, and then portraying each and every one of them very, very concisely and consistently across all of the books in a way that like feels very believable and extremely unique per those different characters is insane. Like I have never listened to anything that was quite like that one ever. Like out of everything I've found, I have like 70 audiobooks on Audible now, and like I have not found any of them that no one has ever done it as good as him. But
how much Dungeon Carl is there?
I want to say there's like 6 or 7 books.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, definitely not as long as this one. This is the longest one I've ever tried to pick up. But I am on book 7, and so I'm halfway there, I guess.
I've got a completely different topic.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, we watched 28 Days Later.
Right.
Which I'm not really that much of a fan of zombie movies. Like, I like the zombie genre, but I just feel like most of the zombie movies I've seen kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't kind of apprehensive to watch it.
Yeah.
I've only seen like little bits from it, like the him alone in London, which that's pretty cool. But yeah, I never really watched it. But holy crap, this movie blew my mind. There's so many pop culture references in it. All the music makes me think of Project Zomboid. The bit in the church legitimately scared me, and I'm sure I'm really deep into horror movies, and it takes quite a lot to scare me sometimes. But that bit in the church, everything is perfect. Like the lead up to it, very atmospheric, very tense. He's slowly going up that stairwell, and you just hear his footsteps and the creaking wood, and then he gets into that room with all those dead people, and it plays like that little tiny piano line.
Right. And
then silence, and he's just like, hello.
Right.
And then just that dung with the piano, and instantly the zombies stand up and give him that, like, I don't know, they kind of look like an angry chimpanzee or something, just completely agape. Literally, it sent like shivers down my spine and gave me goosebumps. I was like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I threw it on, because there's basically when they filmed that movie, the guy that like actually directed it did an awesome job, and like I also was like psyched up on just like the filming techniques of having like lots of low, like many budget cameras instead of having like one super high budget camera. Like a lot of companies use like Blackmagic or whatever, like a huge film camera that requires, dollies and vehicles and stuff to move around, cranes to move around, and you set it up and you get your shot, and then you get your next angle and then your next angle. But in this movie, they used many low literally 480p cameras, so they could literally throw them anywhere. They could slap them on many different angles and get one single seamless shot from many different angles at a time. So they were able to film in London and only shut down the road for like 2 minutes at a time and have it look completely dead and abandoned, because that's all that they only needed, that much time to get a whole long shot and get many different angles of that same shot and then stitch it all together and make it even extend out a shoot longer than that. And then on top of that, like artistically working with such a low resolution kind of creates a very interesting vibe, a very, like, and the kind of the differences in just like low light environments, like the feel of the movie, definitely adds to the experience of watching it. I really have no idea who worked. I'm assuming it's the same people, but I don't really know anything about 28 Weeks Later.
I know 28 Weeks Later is the same people.
Okay.
I'm not sure about 28 Years Later, which that just came out.
And I have no idea like anything about their strategy for putting that together, but I am interested. I'm a little worried because like I said, I haven't heard anything about it, so it could be it's a dice roll. But I hope those movies are good because it'd be kind of sweet to watch 28 Weeks and be like, all right, I'm ready for 28 years and then jump into that one.
The weird thing that I know is kind of off topic, but also the same topic. There's 3 zombie movies, all with Doctor Who doctors and companions. 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later apparently has a doctor and a companion, and World War Z. It'd be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, you can just like watch these movies like they're like some strange Doctor Who episode.
Yeah. That is a strange sort of. I wonder if it's just like all the doctors are British.
I know in 28 Days and Weeks Later, it's from there's like this British studio, which that's the same studio that made Doctor Who, so it makes sense that they would rise through it. But World War Z is like it's like an American company and everything.
Yeah, it's just like I think. I mean, obviously, when they choose people to play the Doctor, they're looking for like really good actors, really good performers. So you're obviously going to see them in a bunch of different things, but it is kind of weird to see so many variations of what could be very much considered a Doctor Who episode in specifically zombie movies. But I think they just like zombie movies over there. They've made a lot of zombie movies, So I don't know. But yeah, we gotta go. We gotta move to whatever. What is tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
It feels so weird to be jumping in middle of the week.
2, 3, or 4 day weekends in a row gonna get us all discombobulated.
Right. Anyway, yeah.
To Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Lunch break.
Lunch break. It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Happy miércoles. How is work going for you?
Pretty good, isn't it? Technically, like our Tuesday.
It's our Tuesday.
Yeah, I almost didn't get up this morning for work.
Honestly, me too.
I woke up and I was so unbelievably tired, but mostly because I stayed up messing around with OBS. But I was so tired.
I got the back to a different episode. I got the shit amount of sleep. I got 7 hours, so of course, fucking dead tired.
I either got 6 or 7 hours, something like that. Either way, I felt terrible, and I was like thinking of every excuse I could possibly think of as I woke up, and then not being able to justify it. And be like, all right, I guess I'm going to work. Plus, it wouldn't have worked anyway. My supervisor's not here for the rest of the week, so
you could call your supervisor.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Oh my god, the last time I called in, it was horrible. When I called up there and I got my supervisor told them I can't get there for whatever reason. It was a legitimate reason, but it sounded not legitimate.
Was it during the ice storm?
No. But it doesn't matter. They didn't sound convinced at all. It was really bad. I was like, this sucks. I don't know how to I just didn't feel good about it. So I don't want to have to do that ever again.
I've been having a really annoying discussion with the corrections team, the team of people that when you reject something and they have to fix some issue, right? They're just asking me really annoying questions. I was really specific as what I needed done, and they were like, "Have you tried doing it?" And I'm like, "Yes." Why would I be rejecting if I haven't tried?
Right.
And then they asked some other question. They were like, which one specifically are you asking for? Even though I named it and then added a screenshot with me circling it.
Yeah.
So I did the whole thing where I pointed arrows at the circle.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm excited to see how they reply to that whenever I get back. But
yeah,
your fluff finally got here.
Mm-hmm.
Was the wait worth it?
It tastes. It tastes. I now have had the Joe Bishop experience from the fucking Expeditionary Force.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Honestly, it's pretty dope.
It is sweet. Literally.
It's very sweet, and with peanut butter, it's crazy. Like, that is absolutely more than... It's like eating cake. It reminds me of, like, Dairy Queen. And I don't know why Dairy Queen's the first thing that pops in my mind, but I think Dairy Queen may have actually had something like that before.
It's the Royal line of Blizzards.
Okay.
Where they have like the weird filling in the middle. One of them had like either it was like a peanut butter or maybe it was the marshmallow stuff in the middle.
It could have been it may have been like a marshmallow center with a peanut butter marshmallow blizzard or something. But like it totally just tastes like that, but in a sandwich, which is crazy. Super mega sweet. Now I don't even know, like, because I didn't just get some of it. I got like an insane amount of it,
an industrial amount.
Yeah, so like now I'm like, I got to figure something out.
How much was that?
I don't. It couldn't have been more than like. It had to be less than $20. So because I wouldn't have bought it if it was more than $20. But I remember like seeing the I remember on Amazon it looked it couldn't have even been that. It had to be cheap. It had to be really cheap. I don't remember. I just remember it was cheap. I remember seeing it and being like, that's not bad. And then being like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then, but regardless, it's a ridiculous amount of freaking fluff. So, apparently you can make Rice Krispies with it. And that does sound like it'd be kind of cool.
I've never made Rice Krispies.
Me neither. I've never really thought about like what goes in, like what you mix the Krispies with, you know? Never really tried to figure out what that would be, but this makes perfect sense. Like a marshmallow base makes perfect sense.
So you put the marshmallow stuff in there, put Rice Krispies in, and like mix it?
Literally like 5-minute thing to make. Like you literally just take some of the marshmallow, throw it in a microwave so that it gets all goopy and melted. And then you just take a take a pan of Krispies, like dump a bunch of Krispies in there, and then dump the freaking stuff all over it, and then mix it in with your hands, and then flatten it out into a pan.
I'm wondering if you make like some banana puree in like the blender and put that in the marshmallow, it may be good too.
I have no idea. Maybe.
Banana marshmallow Rice Krispies.
That sounds crazy. I don't know if that works, but yeah, maybe.
Imagine dipping a marshmallow in fluff. Do you think that's like excessive?
Yes.
You think that's like the kind of greed they talk about in the Bible, like biblical levels of gluttony?
I feel like the marshmallow would like become one with the fluff. You know?
Oh my god!
It'd like merge. It'd just get like pulled in and become fluff. Yeah. I don't know. That stuff is wild. I've never experienced anything like it before.
Yeah, last time I had it was as a kid, and I remember not liking it that much. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'd like it now still. Maybe with other things, definitely not alone.
Right, but alone it's crazy. It just tastes like you're eating melted marshmallow.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's just melted marshmallow. But like...
I also see like an excessive thing of like, what if you made s'mores and then you dipped it in the s'mores?
I'm just thinking of making s'mores with it.
Yeah, that would work too.
Like literally just taking some Hershey's chocolate, because Hershey's is like, even though Hershey's like crap chocolate, it's like in my head, the s'mores chocolate.
Tastes like stomach acid alone.
Yeah, but like a graham cracker, put some of that chocolate, like a piece of that chocolate on there or two, whatever, and then just smear some of that stuff on top of the graham cracker. Eat it. It probably tastes great.
I used to hate graham crackers for some reason. I don't know why, but I then had a surgery, and after the surgery, the first thing the nurses gave me was a cup of water and a graham cracker.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I love graham crackers now.
I also didn't think I liked graham crackers, but aren't graham crackers like cinnamon?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're super good.
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't like them. They're like super delicious just a snack on alone.
Yeah. Well, though I've never really bought graham crackers. Like, I've had graham crackers in scenarios when you have graham crackers, but I've never just bought them.
After my surgery, my grandfather was driving me home, and I was like still high from their medications, and I was like, can we go get graham crackers, please? And he's like, okay, and he turns to go get the graham crackers immediately, like hit with nausea. I'm like, oh, never mind. Get the graham crackers later.
Yeah, no, I'm psyched. I finally got to experience that. The Fluffernutter. It sounds horrifying, but he kept mentioning it. I'm on book 8. I'm like a quarter of the way through it, and they still keep freaking mentioning it. It just comes up back like all the time. And I'm like, I can't stop. Like, I have to try this. Like, I can't just read this book. I already bought the merch. I bought all the books. I'm like invested in this series. I love it so much. I have to try this stupid fucking Fluffernutter.
I don't know what book I'm on number wise. I know I'm on final hour or 0 hour. I'm at the very end of the book. They just rescued Skippy and they're escaping the dead Sentinel husk thing.
Right. Yeah. That's not. Is that not final hour?
That is final hour.
Okay.
Or 0 hour.
0 hour. Yeah. Yeah. The one I'm reading is called Armageddon.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So far, less Armageddon, but like
mostly just Fluffernutter.
Yeah, mostly just Fluffernutter. Although it is getting way more interesting. Like I was reading online, like on like posts, because like I like to look things up about this book just to see what people are saying about it, and not to try to spoil shit for myself, but just to kind of see what people have said about certain about specific books. And I've seen like people were saying like they tapped out at like book 3. They're like, it's repetitive now. And then people were like, I got to book 5, and I was like, I'm like, what? Like they built up so much. They built this whole galaxy and these races and all of this stuff. Like there's still so much undiscovered stuff to talk about. And now in book 8, like things are starting to like they're picking in. He just keeps grabbing at little things. Where you're like, oh
yeah,
like okay, like oh we're gonna talk about this now, or like we're gonna dig into this concept. And then I think I've seen people on Reddit say that like between book 10 and 11 is when things really start to spiral. When you get into like Skippy's backstory as to like more about what's going on with him. But like, I don't know how you can read this and get bored. Like, I don't know. I just don't. It makes me sad.
I see one of the complaints is people get annoyed with the tangents. They think it's tedious.
I love it.
Me too.
I think it's great. I'm already like, I'm listening to this book while doing other things. I'm just relaxing. And like I love hearing them back and forth, like going on about something. I'm just sitting there, like, wow, like
I could listen to this. Forever.
They're just like having this dumb argument.
Meanwhile, Sarge Marge is in the background, just furious, like, what the fuck are you doing? Get back unfocused.
Right. But no, I love it. I'm loving every second of it. It makes me sad. Like this, there really isn't like a strong community for this book. There's not that many people that are into it. And I'm like, this book is pretty freaking marvelous. Like, and it also boggles my mind to think that the Bobaverse community was bigger than this book, it seems. At least online. But somehow, even though the creator, the writer for Bobaverse mentions multiple times that he was heavily inspired by this book series, people didn't check it out. Like, people aren't getting into it. I don't know. I burned to the end of Bobaverse in like, no time. And I was like, man, I gotta find out what this book is all about. And I'm loving it. And it just feels like, I don't know, it feels weird. But, it's whatever.
I think just the author for Bobaverse is more well known.
Yeah. Also, I want to readdress some of the crap I said about Homefront. I think it's called Homefront. The sort of audio drama book. I said that there's only like 5 voice actors. That was wrong. There's only 5 voice actors on the cover, but there was like a lot of people in this book. And I didn't really think about it when I was listening to it. I kind of thought maybe if we were just doing different. No, there's like a lot of people in this. It was pretty big.
I'm guessing the main 5 voice actors are pretty good.
Probably. Maybe. Some of the main characters were just not ideal to me. But like most of it was fine. Overall, I do think the reason why I wanted to bring it up again is to say that I don't think it's bad. I think it was good. I feel like I was being too harsh on it last episode, but like I don't.
It was
not
really
episode, but
hot
yesterday. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
got that heat anger or something.
But like it was cool, and I do think it was well made, but it definitely wasn't like Sandman level. Like it wasn't, or I don't know. It had some loose screws in it, but it's incredible that they did it for a series that has such a small community. What the hell? Usually Reddit is like all over this kind of thing, but there's just like no one. There's no one talking about this book. There's like very little fan art. What fan art that does exist exist is like pretty cool. It's like fine, but like the majority of the art that's related to this book is like the creator's art, or the art from the artists that the writer,
covers.
the writer made for the book, which are really cool and pretty descriptive. And the Expeditionary Force Wikipedia has some really cool pictures, which you shouldn't dig into too much because there definitely are spoilers in there, and it happens really fast. Like I said, I went in there and I was like browsing, just learning more about some of the stuff in there, and then like kind of hit some stuff, and I was like, oh, all right. And then backed up really quick. But like, I don't know. It feels like there's so much to talk about in it.
Have you seen the videos of people that make like the chat GPT or whatever AIs that are like someone put it in like a big mouth, or the talking fish thing, the big mouth bass or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I was thinking about making like one of Skippy and then using that AI tool to listen to Skippy so it actually becomes his voice. And then you can just like buy like a beer can or something and then have it hooked up to it and actually have like a little Skippy.
Right. I've seen people do stuff like that already for Skippy. But like somebody had like 3D printed one and made something like that for it. I forgot where I saw that. But yes, that would be freaking awesome. I'm thinking like I don't know what kind of like hardware you'd have to use to make it happen, because like my first thought is like Alexa, like the Alexas that come with like the already look like a cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could just make one of those look like Skippy.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
But like
you'd chrome it.
Yeah. The only problem with that is you can't really customize the voice, and it's not gonna have like Skippy's personality. And I know for a fact that like Gemini kicks ass at being Skippy. If you ask Gemini to do a Skippy, like my Gemini is already by default set to Skippy. Like I love it being Skippy. It makes me like, when I ask a stupid question or a question that I don't even know is stupid, and then it responds to me with like, "Are you like, what are you talking about, you stupid monkey? Like don't do that. Like what are you like?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry, that's right.
I didn't think you could stop it. You didn't think."
Yeah, exactly. Like it hits you back like immediately. It's like brutally honest. I love that. So like, I don't know.
Can you get like the Skippy version that you can like talk to?
What do you mean? Like the voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can do that with 11 Labs.
And it'll cut you off and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah. I mean, I could make one from 11 Labs, yeah. I don't know how long I'd be able to let it run. It'd be like limited how often you could use it, a month or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you could probably do it for a while.
I'm curious like what kind of hardware they put it on for like the big mouth bass stuff. I assume it's just like a Raspberry Pi or something.
Yeah. Most likely. And they're most likely using something like 11 Labs or 11 Labs itself. 11 Labs is extremely versatile. You can do a lot with it. It's already set up for like, for people to use it for like, those like SpongeBob, AI SpongeBob stuff and like all of that. Like people are totally using like 11 Labs for a lot of those.
God, I saw such a stupid video with the big mouth bass one where like he's like using it as like an exercise motivator.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's talking like an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. It's like, oh yeah, you need to get pumped. And then it says like some weird inspirational quote, and he goes like, that sounds like anime. And then it looks at him and says like, on the anime when they get like really deep and say this. It did that. I don't know. I would love to have something like that.
Right.
Especially Skippy. Skippy would be hilarious.
Just more like at-home AI personality sort of things in general would be super cool. Feels like companies aren't really taking advantage of that stuff yet at all. Like Google kind of sucks at it. Like the Google Home stuff are still kind of annoying to use.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa sucks. And it's pretty awful.
I hear that Google's purposely making Google search shit now, so you have to use the AI.
Yeah, I can see that.
I remember thinking it like a year or so ago whenever like I was thinking like searching Google just makes me angry now.
Yeah.
Because it just comes out like the worst fucking results.
Right. Huh. I didn't know that they were doing... I mean, I don't know. That's possible.
I think me and my coworker were talking about it. I put it on the list at one point, but we never got to it. But like the idea of like the in-shitification of stuff.
Yeah.
So like they'll make a product at first and it's like really good, and then once they get an audience for it, they'll purposely kind of
stop
updating it and just let it get bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awful. I mean, eventually they're going to come out with something, and it's going to be sweet.
The AI refrigerator that insults you. This is your 5th visit.
I think they really want to do with the robot, the androids. You know, I think that's like a big one. If they could get those things down to like $2,000 or $3,000, I would buy one. You know, like if we get like a full size android that could actually do stuff. Like,
I feel like the first places we're gonna see him is stuff like grocery stores and stuff.
Yeah,
which that would be really cool. There's like that weird one that Kroger has, but it's like a creepy obelisk,
right,
with a smiley face, and that is not give out good vibes. I do not want to talk to a creepy obelisk.
Right. Yeah, like it looks like the what's the obelisk that kind of walks like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah, the Interstellar AI.
I saw one that's AI powered as well, and it's like literally the same robot and walks like me, except it's like, like a foot tall or something. Yeah. And they were like petting it, and it's like, why are you petting me? I do not feel things. And then they kept doing it. Actually, this is quite nice.
Fuck, we gotta go.
Already?
Like, yeah, well, more than already, like really badly.
Yeah, we're late.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Well, to Thursday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Lunch break.
What the hell?
I don't know.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
We're having all loads of technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm like not even 100% confident in this recording. I don't know what is going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of whack. It was just like, I don't know, not recording, and it kept giving all these weird error messages I couldn't read from here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. This computer's having problems, and it's stressing me out because I really want this computer to be as reliable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I might, like, underclock the crap out of it, because it doesn't need to be particularly fast. It just needs to work.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing this computer has to do is one job. It is just to work. But yeah.
How's work going for you?
It's fine. Just working on a bunch of QC.
Are you enjoying Hawaii Day?
Yeah, I don't know what that's even about. Is like a Hawaii celebration day?
I think it's a Workers' Appreciation Week at work.
Okay.
So to appreciate us, they have given us spoiled chips that are like a year out of date.
Yeah.
And today is Hawaii Day, so we get to wear Hawaiian shirts, and everyone gets a plastic necklace buzz thing.
Pretty cool.
Pretty wicked.
Yeah. I have
there's like pineapple stickers all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, this is maximum effort. Them trying to be like, "Hey, we like that you work here."
Remember the old company? They'd give us like these really cool cookouts and stuff,
and like lots of like really cool merch and souvenirs and crap, and hand stuff out. And then they'd give us free food for like, it wasn't just one day. Like we'd come in and they'd be like, "Oh, here's a bunch of bagels," and then, "Oh, we're gonna have pizza on this day," and then at the end of the week we're doing a cook-off, or like a cookout, and then they'll do like a cooking challenge where people will bring in their own like cooked foods.
Yeah, like the first year we were here before the company got bought. I know they stopped it before they got bought, but like the first year we were there, the cookout day on Fridays, we'd have like kind of like a potluck. Like you could bring your own food and everyone would try a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember some of the stuff was super delicious. Probably some of it was kind of whack, but I remember someone made like some cookies and they were just kind of meh. But someone made, of course, there's always going to be a bomb potato salad.
Right.
And so this is kind of the things I live for. But no more. Now we get spoiled chips and
and plastic garbage. I didn't even get any of that. They didn't. None of that came to us on our floor. It was just expired chips yesterday, and then stickers are everywhere. And that's it. I didn't even get an email, I don't think.
Yeah, that's weird too. We have this like thing at work where we're supposed to like report emails if they look suspicious.
Right.
And I was reporting all the emails because I don't know, they just looked really suspicious to me. And then I pointed it out, and like my manager was like, "You do realize like the management's sending you to that?" And I was like, "Oh." I didn't look who was sending it. It just looked at like a suspicious emails. I reported phishing, but yeah, apparently no, it's like a company mandate thing.
Right. When you were reporting it as phishing, what was showing up? Like usually if you report something as phishing and it actually is like a phishing thing that they put in there, then
it'll congratulate you.
Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, you did it.
It didn't congratulate me. It was just like, thanks for the feedback.
Yeah.
And then
so now somebody higher up at the company is having to look through that and be like, these are just like...
Do they not appreciate our appreciation?
Yeah.
How dare you not like Hawaii Day?
Right.
What the fuck is Hawaii Day, though? Like...
I don't know. Like, again, is it like a Hawaiian holiday or something? Or is it... What's the Hawaii trope?
I have no idea. There's like little stickers that say aloha everywhere, but the O is like a pineapple.
Right.
And there's like little paper mache pineapples. I'm sure someone put a lot of work into this, unless they just bought it like Hobby Lobby.
Somebody probably had this grand plan, and this is like what came to fruition, which is just like stupid stickers and stuff that gets handed out to some people and everything's expired. Yeah. That's pretty rough.
I wonder what tomorrow will be.
You think they're going to continue doing stuff?
Yeah, it's for the whole week.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I remember Tuesday, we missed Monday because we weren't there, but Tuesday was like cookie day.
Yeah.
So there was like cookie stickers and there was like a big thing of cookies, but I wasn't interested. Not that I don't
get
like
that. See, like this is stuff for your floor, not us.
It's very strange.
Yeah, like no one's doing that for us. Like that is just not happening. On our floor, we just got expired chips, and that's all that's happened.
Delicious, delicious expired chips.
Yeah. They don't really appreciate us as much.
Yeah, well, you guys are like the basement people. So
yeah, I really wish I wasn't. I loved being up there. They moved me to the basement. I'm just doing lame grunt work. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do like the offices on the upper floor more than the bottom floor offices.
A million times better. A million times better. It sucks so bad down there. Every day it sucks down there. But there's nothing that can be done about it. I cannot do anything about it.
Your office is the only office I've never spent time in, but I always, I don't know, I get this weird feeling every time I go in there, and it always smells weird too.
Yeah.
And it's not just like the body odor, like it's like the carpet that smells weird.
Yeah, they don't clean in there.
Oh.
They've never cleaned the carpet since I've been on that floor. There are like things like dirt and grime things sitting under my desk that have been there since I got that desk. Like,
that's ghastly.
No one's ever cleaned that entire floor. Yeah, and I sneeze in there constantly. Every single day I go in there, I start sneezing because there's just dust on everything and nothing's ever been cleaned. Yeah. But yeah, that's the way she be.
I feel very appreciated. By the powers that be.
Yeah. I am halfway through book 8, and I've learned some things about the universe and X-Force that are really interesting and really cool, and I'm super excited for more, and I'm excited to find that there's stuff that's this big and interesting before book 11 and 10, which is what I was told is where things really kick off for some of the storyline. Like, this is happening, it's not even there yet, and it's already starting to get like it's blowing my mind a bit. So very happy about this series. I'm stoked. Like, it's hard for me to even focus on work, but luckily I keep being handed just like free points, so I'm not complaining right now. So that's whatever. But yeah,
I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just doing really easy work that I can just turn my brain off to and listen to the book.
Right. Yeah.
I love Skippy.
Yeah.
He's very fun. I love the bit where like Joe is like in that pod on the elder planet and they get shot down. He has that horrible trauma experience of being stuffed underwater, and then he finally gets out and he's like being lifted up by a balloon, and Skippy's just singing to him the whole time.
Yeah. Just like,
fly with me on a balloon.
Skippy is an amazing character. I mentioned this before sometime at work, but like, and I was talking about Reddit reviews of it and how they're not necessarily positive, and the lack of community, which still strikes me as crazy. Like, I went searching for a Discord, maybe like a Discord community, because I thought surely there's a Discord community for this. There's like a tiny Discord somebody on Reddit made that has like 100 people in it.
Oh my god.
That's it. There's nothing for this series. Nothing.
Longmont Potion Castle Discord's larger.
Right. Like what? Like that's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know. It boggles my mind that people don't really know about it. And I've seen criticisms on like Reddit and stuff where people say things like, yeah, like it's Skippy is too much of an ex machina. And it's like, that's fine. Like that's the whole point of the book is that when Skippy shows up, things start getting crazy. And like Skippy, like what Skippy is crazy. He's got to be crazy powerful. That's like the whole point. It's like you don't watch Doctor Who because you think the Doctor's gonna die. Like obviously the Doctor's gonna solve the problem. You don't read Sherlock Holmes because you think Sherlock Holmes isn't gonna solve the fucking problem. Like that is the whole point of the book. You're there for this ex machina character. You're like, how are they going to get out of this? It's the journey, the exciting storytelling that makes it good. I don't know. I'm just really distraught. I'm like taken out by like people that have these weird is getting this really unfair, weird criticisms when it's like one of the best freaking series that I've ever read. Like
I saw someone call Skippy like a textbook Mary Sue, and I was like, isn't a Mary Sue who's like someone that's perfect and everyone loves?
Yeah.
It's like, isn't Skippy full of limitations?
Right.
And a lot of people fucking hate him in the story.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. It like the criticisms of it are, I don't think they're valid. Like not, I haven't really seen much, but people just, I don't know. People are not appreciating those books as much as I would expect them to. It's crazy to me. I'm literally wearing those Skippy merch right now. Like I love those books. I would love to have like find a community of people talking about them, but there's just nothing. Like people just don't want to talk about it. I don't know. It's driving me nuts.
I'm still surprised at like how consistently the book makes me like chuckle or smile.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No. It just keeps you happy. Yeah.
Or they'll just say stuff like completely out of the left field that just makes me like, where the hell did that come from?
Right.
Like especially the bit where Joe, the whole show or sing tunes when he's coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Like Skippy just starts singing out. Like I thought he was going to be a really serious moment. He's like bursting out of the water like, oh my God. And then meanwhile Skippy's like, oh, ride with me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And the voice actor who's doing it is great. I love him. He's like, he's doing great. I hope if it ever for like some miracle people discover this book, that they'll if they make it into a show or a movie or whatever, that he can do Skippy.
Oh yeah.
At least like they can replace Joe. I think it would be okay if they did that, but I really want him to play Skippy.
The male voice actor for Cyberpunk 2077 sounds just like Joe.
Huh.
Though I don't think Joe really has a particular unique voice. He just kind of sounds like, like gruff Marine 005.
Yeah.
I remember at the start of the book, I kind of found him a little annoying because he just reminded me of like the Marine character from Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the point. He's just some basic guy, like just some basic soldier or some Marine that went in and started getting lucky.
Hoo-ah.
And then kind of ended up in this scenario and had this kind of like like this sort of not really goofy, but this sort of like tough personality, but also like a little bit childish personality.
Go with the flow.
Right. And then like running into Skippy just like sets off this whole chain of events. And have you heard Skippy mentioning like talking about what humans consider to be luck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that does not stop coming up. And I'm sure that leads to something that I haven't gotten to yet. But it's definitely, there's a lot of things like that in the book where it like hints at weird universal law kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that is a reoccurring theme. And it does seem to be picking up even more. But like stuff like that is fun because it's just like, yeah, like Joe Bishop just super lucky. Like that's his superpower is he's like clever, but like all the monkeys are generally clever. But Joe Bishop is like not just clever, but super lucky.
He wrote an 8 for luck.
Right. So, which is the perfect scenario for like, again, a series about an ex machina character whose follower is extremely lucky. which is again like Doctor Who. Like it's just like you have somebody that just gets away with stuff, and this character that always plays the right cards.
If you like D&D videos, I could see this book series being a pretty good D&D campaign if you have the right people for it.
Yeah, I feel like that would be crazy.
The dungeon master could be Skippy or something.
Yeah, yeah, it could probably work as a D&D thing, but I don't know, man. I'm just so psyched. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read more into it. I found that there's another there's like a podcast specifically about that book, which this podcast kind of becomes about whatever the fuck we happen to be reading, but most of the time. But there was like a whole podcast that somebody made about it, and I listened to like some of it. He's got like 3 episodes or something
about the book series or Homefront.
About X-Force.
Okay,
about the whole series.
Oh yeah.
Like each episode of the podcast is like about each book or whatever. But I'm like, that's interesting. That's like the only thing I've really found that, and I'm sure it's not even that popular. It's probably, it's got like a few people listening, but where is the community for that book?
Damn, monkeys just started swinging out of the trees yesterday, and now they want to own the universe.
Right. We gotta go.
Oh.
It's over.
Yeah, it's Jover.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Up to the weekend.
Yay.
Bye.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
Friday.
It's Friday. Happy Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah. Friday. Friday.
What up, Friday?
What up, Friday? Yeah.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Happy Friday. How's work going? How's work going for you?
It's yeah, no, it's fine. I actually have like everything I have is worth so much that I've just been mostly sitting on stuff.
Nice.
Like I've been trying to get, I've been like actively doing it, but just like spending way more time doing it than I probably need to. But the amount of points that I have in there is ridiculous, and I don't see any reason why I should rush today. It's Friday, so I figured I might as well just
Friday
relax and just like not stress out over it. So, but yeah, and then I'm almost done with the. I'll probably be done with the 8th book today, and move on to the 9th.
Very nice.
Expeditionary.
I'm at the tail end of Maverick.
Yeah.
They're just trying to help each other, and Skippy's all pissed off at Joe. He's like, "You're stupid," and Joe's like, "I know," and Skippy's like, "No, you don't."
Right.
You don't know how stupid you are.
Yeah. Do you like it? Like Mavericks?
I think it's one of my least favorites so far.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of the Maverick team over the main team.
Right. Yeah, it's a bit of a slower one in that regard, for sure. What's the one after that?
Renegades, I think.
Right.
Or
is
it's
it Homefront?
Trouble.
Is it
Homefront.
Homefront. Yeah, Homefront's going to be cool. Also, I think the end of Mavericks, not to spoil anything, is good. So
it's
like,
not bad, but
right. I think it's like a satisfying kind of end, and then you get to go to Homefront, and then Homefront's just like all drama, fanfare, fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kicks off really good with the one after that. So yeah, I don't know. It's so fun. I am super psyched. I'm glad that I'm about to start the 9th one after this. I think I have like 3 hours left, but I might finish it before the end of the day. And then I'm really excited to finish 9 to get on 10 and 11. Because like I said, I heard 10 and 11's crazy. So like, I'm like, God damn it. I'm so close, but I feel so far away.
I find that energy virus thing, like, that's a pretty scary concept.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like a virus that infects not like matter, but actual pure energy. And
right.
If it doesn't find any sources of energy, but humans are nearby, it'll eat the energy inside the humans. Like, oh
right.
God. I'm just thinking about like what that would even look like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's freaky.
I imagine like you just like shrivel up or something.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
I don't know. And how would you even know what's happening if that happened? But I'm pretty sure it's like an elder.
Mm-hmm, it's an elder thing.
Yeah, so it's like some crazy fucking tech.
I have a feeling it would just happen to you instantly. Like,
right.
You probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah. 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 it sounds like one of the worst. Like, I can't imagine that if that was weaponized would be insane in that book.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Right.
That's like a universal ending
Yeah.
thing, like the gray goo apocalypse.
Yeah. But yeah.
Have you ever heard of the 3 Body Project book series?
Don't think so.
I think it's a Chinese sci-fi book series,
Huh.
but it's been gaining a lot of traction recently. And there's some hypothetical alien super weapons in that are like fucking crazy.
Huh.
Like there's the I forget what they call it. It's like the dimensional flattener, but it's like this weapon that turns 3D space into 2D space and like its radius. So it can be used to like take out an entire solar system.
That's horrifying.
Mm-hmm. I saw this video last night of like what it would look like, which is kind of hard to comprehend.
Right.
But it's just horrifying. all of a sudden 3D space is condensed into this just 2-dimensional space.
Right.
And apparently the aliens that invented it they're like ancient aliens that used to live in like 11-dimensional universe, but because of entropy, the universes keep collapsing until where they are now, which is a 3-dimensional universe.
Right.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing to think about. But that their whole like shtick is like we have to live in like a 0-dimensional universe. You have to perfect, being able to live in that, because if you can't, everything is pointless. It's just gonna decay eventually into that.
Yeah. Huh. That's cool as hell.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be the next book series I get into after this.
Is it well translated?
Yeah, from what I've heard, yeah, it is. And there's also I think there's a Netflix show about it now.
What?
Yeah.
Why the hell do the Chinese books get Netflix shows about them, and fucking this one's like under the radar, no one even knows about it?
I don't know, it is kind of crap. Like, what the hell?
Like, I really, really want this. This and Bobaverse, although I do think this one deserves it a little bit more. Like, Bobaverse is great, but this is like heavily inspired Bobaverse, and this is like, I don't know, this is super good. This is like, I feel like X-Force could become a Star Trek style show. Like, each episode is just like an adventure with Skippy and the whole crew or whatever, and Skippy's just like this character that just hangs out.
And then occasionally there'd be like story episodes that tie into one another.
Exactly. And then like it could go on for a really long time. Like you could have a really long running series, and like you slowly build out the world as it goes. And yeah, I feel like it would totally rock like that. As long as they don't rush the beginning of it and they pace it well, like the book did, where like you have this long introduction where you're kind of separated from that universe, and you feel like you're human and you're also claustrophobic, like you have where to go, like it's all hope is lost, and then you meet your fucking ex machina.
I can't think of like an isolating scary feeling in Star Trek other than like when they met like the Borg or something.
Yeah, or like Q.
Yeah, Q is pretty cool, but he was never like malicious or anything.
No,
except for when they very first introduced him. But
yeah,
he grew on Picard pretty fast.
Right.
So maybe Q's like the most Skippy-ish character in Star Trek, but
yeah,
I just like how it makes the humans feel like puny, pathetic humans.
Right.
But in Star Trek, they're kind of already like cock of the walk. They're like the head of the United Federations or whatever.
Right. But and that's true. But like Star Trek-y just in the sense that like you have a crew that like is super well organized, and there's a lot of downtime, and then when things get intense there's a lot of like, I don't know. It was god damn it! It's so cool. I already have it. Like it's the vision in my head of how it could work is beautiful, and it needs to happen. Somebody needs to make it.
I'm trying to find like a concise way to say this, because I feel like the highs are higher in XCOM or X-Force than they were in Bobaverse, but I found Bobaverse consistently more enjoyable. Like there was never a really slow period in Bobaverse other than like the first chapter of the first book.
Yeah. Right. I can agree with that for sure. Yeah, and X-Force is definitely up and down, but like I like that pacing though. Like it's nice. I find it like find it enjoy because sometimes I'm like exhausted.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, can we just get on the ship and hang for a while? Like you kind of crave that just like existing and just kind of getting in touch with all the characters and checking in on everybody. Like, oh, is Joe okay? Is Skippy like losing his shit? Is everybody mentally okay after everything that just
show
happened?
tunes again.
Yeah, like are we all like? Is everybody happy? Is anybody pissed off or anything?
The end of what book was it? I can't even remember the name now. The one before Maverick when they're stuck in the Roach Hotel. I remember the ending of that being really like anxiety driven.
Yeah.
And then the start of Maverick also really anxiety driven because they're like, oh yeah, finally we're gonna get out of here.
Right.
Oh shit, there's a big problem. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh no, we're gonna get out of here. It's all fine. Yeah, we've escaped. Oh no, we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go to the gas station and refuel the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But like I like that the writer has the balls to do it over and over. Like I love that it happens in this book too, where you have scenarios that play out where you're like, it's like edging the like, oh my god, we're about to get like the really cool thing is about to happen, and then like, oh well, it didn't work out exactly the way you wanted it to, but like, oh well, there's like, oh well, maybe there's like another way we can do it, and no, not quite, well, almost there, not right, and then like it's over and over and over again until you get it. And even by the time you get it, it's not quite as satisfying as it may have been if they managed to do it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes it feel real and gritty. And then the stakes are higher once they get whatever it is they were trying to do. Because like now it's like they worked so hard to get it.
Unintended consequences.
Right. It took all this time to get to this point. Like we can't screw it up now. So I think it makes those goals when they achieve them more valuable by a lot.
Yeah, like the hires are definitely higher.
Right. Like, because if they just got it, then it's like, well, I mean, whatever. They just, like if they could lose it or whatever, something could go wrong, but it's like, it's not that big of a deal. But when they had to work so hard to get to the place they are or to achieve the goal that they were trying to achieve, it just feels way better.
Yeah, that's definitely something I do like about this series because I feel like Bobiverse never really had any like existential threats that it introduced the threat and be like, oh my god, this is crazy, and then no, it's actually easy. Like there was like that Borg-like species at the start of Bobiverse, and I was like, holy shit, this is going to be crazy, and then they just solved it in like a chapter, like it's nothing.
Yeah, it was a lot of it was very feel good.
Yeah, and very wholesome.
Right. And this book is like, it's got some of those attributes, but it's definitely more of a drama.
Mm-hmm.
Like it definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat more.
Also, the author does this thing in the book. I don't know if I both like it and don't like it at the same time.
Right.
But they'll lead up to like a big complicated issue, and then instead of explaining how that issue happened, it fast forwards to the issue solved. Yeah. And they give like a little summary of it.
Huh.
Like the best case example I think of is like whenever they're escaping the Roach Motel, and that I think it's the angry kitty species awakens, and they're like, uh-oh, we're gonna have to do this really complicated thing to solve it, and then next chapter. So yeah, it all went out fine. We blew them up. It's like, what? How?
Yeah, I can get that. But sometimes it's like, probably the writer was just like, I need to move this along.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this just needs to... There have been some weird things that, where there's like, this isn't... I don't think this is a... Did you... No? It might be a spoiler. Shit. Fuck. Well, there's some weird things involving wormholes and specific scenarios where there are rules that are set in the story that cannot be broken about wormholes and how they function, and then in like another book they'll break that rule casually, and I'm like, didn't they just he said that you can't do that, but they did it.
Will they break it casually in like a specific circumstance with Skippy magic or something?
It was completely unmentioned how they were able to do it. And then in a book later on in the series, they re-established that that's not something that can happen. Yet they did it earlier. And it's like, but but it is a little bit, because maybe I'm just paying too much attention to the mechanics of the lore, But like, I don't know, it's just like little details like that are throwing me a little bit, but I like forgive it pretty quickly because I'm like, fuck it. Like, whatever. It was a fun story.
It's probably really hard to keep track of all that stuff for the author.
Right.
Imagine just like a giant Google Doc with like all the rules, and he's like, oh,
right.
Screw it. Let's just make it the rule.
Or just or just not even like having a doc. If you don't like, you're imagining a doc, and that would make sense. Like that'd be the only way to keep track of that. But what if you don't? What if you just rely on your own memory as you're writing? Or you're like, oh, well, did we do this? And you have to go back and read your own crap, and you have this many books. Like, you're not gonna like really pay attention to those details. It's like if I'm editing or one of our videos, and like I'm trying to make sure that something has continuity, you know, and like it, you know, I'm like, oh, I got to remember this, and then 30 minutes into the video, oh, now it matters. And I'm like, well, where the hell was that? Do I really go back and find out if that's the way I did it or not? Or do I just say, fuck it, and, you know?
I think the author George R.R. Martin, the guy that made Game of Thrones, kind of writes like that. He calls it like the gardening style of writing, where like instead of focusing on the rules, he just kind of naturally feels how it should go.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, but I do really like rules. And that's like one of my favorite things about sci-fi is like when you establish a rule, sticking by it. It's one of the gripes I have about the Star Wars things, where it's like you set rules and you should stick to them. Things should be like accurate to the lore that you've created. But, you know, if it does get in the way of good storytelling, then I will take storytelling over it, I suppose.
It just sucks whenever it doesn't get in the way of good storytelling.
Yeah.
You could have
done it, but you didn't for no reason, and now I'm mad. But yeah, it probably could have made the story even better if you worked it in there.
This reminds me of Fallout 3, or just like the idea of Bethesda Fallout versus like the original Fallout series. Because there's a lot of stuff like that that's in Fallout 3 that just doesn't make sense. It's just, I've always heard it described as like the rule of cool. It would just be cool if this was in the game.
Yeah.
So like my biggest example is like super mutants being in Fallout 3. I don't think they really should be there, because especially the super mutants that are like depicted in Fallout 1. It took the Master, who's like this super crazy scientist guy stuck in a supercomputer, like decades to perfect super mutants to the point where they're able to move around and aren't even intelligent. They're just mindless killing machines. And it took them even longer to make smarter super mutants. And then you fast forward to Fallout 3, and there's super mutants freaking everywhere. Right. And it's like, it reminds me of like a bunch of monkeys like throwing shit at a wall, and they make a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's important to very particular people. I mean, I guess
nerds.
Yeah, people that really care. But I don't know.
The Disney execs are just like nerd reacting. Like, we want a bunch of money. We want large demographics.
I mean, I'm wondering, like, even if you did point out, I mean, I could be wrong too. I could just have misinterpreted the rules that they set for like the wormhole thing. But like, I'm wondering if I'm also curious to know, like, if I were to somehow bring it up, like meet the writer and bring it up, if the writer would be like, oh shit. Or if the writer would be like, I don't give a fuck. You know? Like, I wonder how they would actually take it. But, yeah. I guess we got to go.
No. Well, huzzah. It's Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, last episode, you were like, to the weekend. And
I meant to say
Friday.
to Friday.
Yeah. But now it's actually to the weekend.
To the weekend.
Yeah. The weekend.
Yay, bye.